When did I stop viewing myself as the sexiest woman alive? Probably over some tired-ass guy. I went from loving my figure to trying to make what I got work. Make it look right in the shadow of some trifling-ass nigga. I'm blessed to have a willpower, to want it back. I look at women 2 to 4 times my age surviving because they didn't think they were worth all of that. Deep. Not me, homie. I am worth it. I am worthy. I'm a mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Yellow color because I embrace odds. I am it, and all there ever will be. Not here to convince because my world only revolves around me. I treat my body with love because it makes me feel sexy. When I love on myself, I begin to defy gravity. Love on myself in many ways. Of course, this is different for everyone. But taking care of my appearance, personal hygiene, and display of my creativity, this is me. I can now understand all metaphors to butterflies. I can feel the sky and the breeze even on rainy days. Because I can rub my body down with some shea, light a candle, and perceive things my way. Damn, I love myself. And I don't ever want me to change. Don't look for that light at the end of the tunnel. Be that light. And like, things will never be the same. Much love, much peace, much positivity to everybody watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. So what we're going to talk about today is self-love being the best love. So self-love is, in my opinion, which I believe is a fact, is the best love anybody could ever have. Once you love self, everything in your life has the opportunity to be healthy for you and benefit or be in your benefit. All right? So why is it important to have self-love? Self-love is the healthiest thing you could do for yourself. My perception of this would be a healthy version of self-love. Self-love is a gift given to us from birth and it can be altered by experience or self-sabotage. So the experiences that we go through can change how we feel about ourselves. So one that was common from my era, which is the millennials. I was born in 1995. The television was a real, popular thing, and the computer was a real popular thing as I started growing up. And the models on TV, they didn't look like me. They looked like skinny, blonde, or just really skinny and curvy, yeah, a little curvy. It was just not me. So it could be intimidating, I guess, as a little kid to grow up in an environment like that. So that's just like something like a basic, and then when it comes from there, you begin to self-sabotage yourself because you don't feel like you ever measure up. Now that's just comparing yourself to somebody else. Now if you don't know or if you're ignorant to the fact that you can't compare yourself to anybody else, this is the only life that you live, which I can say a lot of people, they don't know that. Like, they don't pay attention to that. I don't know why, or they just choose to ignore it, but it's dead in your face. You can't be nobody else, so you gotta work on self, right? I went through a time where I was showing myself that I can love myself no matter what I look like. I succeeded. I did love myself. I loved myself for the person or spirit I was on the inside. Outside, I was jacked. For me, it was an experience and self-sabotage. I say this because once I pulled myself out of the experience, self-sabotage kicked in. Meaning, when I pulled myself out of, let's say, a toxic experience that I was going through, or situation, which is still an experience, I began to self-sabotage myself. So I would eat wrong, or, I would just be lazy, or just like be gluttonous, and you could see it in the way I looked, the way I acted. It was just a sabotage, right? I did attempt to bring my creativity back into the world, but the experience of having a baby, I had to learn balance. My daughter was more important. So I guess the time when I decided to bring everything back, everything costs money. Well, I thought it did, right? Or you think it does, because that's where you live. Most of the stuff does. And I had to learn how to balance. Like, I have a baby now. I can't be going out here getting my nails done all the time, getting my clothes all the time, going shopping continuously. So that showed on me. So it can be healthy if you do it the right way, but it could be unhealthy if you do it the wrong way. When I was younger, one way I would just release was shopping a lot, and I spent a lot of my money. So when I got older, I tried to cut that out because I didn't want to get into that habit again, right? So now having more times on my hands, I can care about taking care of myself. So I had my friends tell me that I was creative because I completely lost it. I didn't even know I was creative. That's how crazy it was. And I did hair. It's like one of the most creative things you can do. But in high school, I always dressed up. Like I just like to dress up. It was just like my own fashion show, right? And it was my own personality. So I just, after a while, I lost that. I can most likely for myself, I can blame it on a relationship. And for some people it is, whether that's a relationship with opposite sex, that's a relationship with your friends, or that's a relationship with your parents. That's your experience. So if it's traumatizing to you, you start losing love for yourself, right? It becomes lack of, right? So this that I'm in right now is my final attempt before succeeding. I'm declaring that right now, right? So I'm looking cute today. I got my jewelry on, my handmade jewelry. Right, I'm gonna open up my line for y'all. It's gonna be called Luna's Gems, but I'm working on everything, so keep a lookout on that. Okay. So with self-love, you gain confidence and start appreciating your skin and rubbing down your body daily. So this is out of personal experience. Like, I write from myself. And out of personal experience, I like to take care of myself. Like, I rub my body down. I'll go get my nails done. Maybe not so often, but maybe once a month or every 6 weeks or something like that, or 2 months. But I try to get up in there to get my feet taken care of. I love my feet. I love having pretty feet. But after a shower, like before, I would take a shower and I wouldn't put no lotion on. One, because I didn't want to put them chemicals on me, and two, I probably didn't have no shea. I didn't feel like going to get shea. I got shea on deck always now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly rubbing myself down, rubbing my daughter down. I do things also, which is great, because I have little two eyes looking at me. That's why I'm so appreciative of my daughter. So I do things because I want her to do things too. I want her to be able to take care of herself. I want her to spend time on herself. Right? Spending 10 minutes to put some shea butter on you is spending time for yourself. You are the most important being on this planet, and I want her to understand that. You're before mommy, you're before daddy, you're before anybody. You have to take care of yourself first. All right? Same with mommy. If I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of you. Like, if you go on an airplane, they say put your mask on first before you help somebody else. Why? Because if you pass out, how you gonna help somebody? Exactly. All right? So, yeah. Let's see, where was I? Okay. So when you start loving on yourself, you start wanting to do things better. Like, you want better choices for yourself. You want your life to be better. You don't want to be out there, smoking cigarettes, because it's like, I want my teeth, right? Or I don't, like, for me, one of them, and I might be minimal to everybody else, but this is just how I perceive things, but was drinking coffee. Like, I didn't want my teeth to go yellow. When I first started working, I didn't drink coffee because I didn't want my teeth to go yellow. And plus, I got tired after drinking it anyway, so it's like, well, I'm really drinking this. This don't do nothing for me. So to me, when I got down, I started drinking like coffee or frappuccinos. Actually, no, I didn't. I'm lying. I'm not even going to lie myself like that. But this could be a way, like if I was to start drinking coffee or frappuccinos, I wouldn't be caring about what I wanted. When you're loving on yourself, you do what you want. Like, and when I say I do what I want, like, it's not cocky. It's confidence. You got to be confident. But you have to do what you want. You can't walk around letting people tell you who you are. You can't walk around letting people tell you what to do. Of course, there's limits to where we live. I understand that. But we have a big-ass world out there. Okay? It's places that are different no matter where you go. So just do your research and figure out what works best for you. But at least you have that choice. Right? The whole planet is your home. Just figure out how to make it happen and do what you want to do. Like, you got to do what you want to do. Right? Right? So, growing my hair was one of them. You gotta learn how to take care of your hair. You gotta wrap that hair up. You gotta spend time. You gotta spend time on yourself. You gotta spend time. You don't want to go out there spending all your money, because when you really want something, actually, you don't need to spend your money. A lot of times, spending money is an addiction. And an addiction it comes when you lack something. So you're trying to fill the void, right? So you're not going to want to spend your money. You're not going to want to go shopping. You're not going to want to have somebody cooking your food. You know, you just cook your own stuff, or you spend little money to make it work. Right? You learn in self-love, and it comes in so many forms, but it starts little like that. You know, when you really get deep and you start learning more, it's like, you know, or you think more about it, like, if I don't talk about myself that way, I wake up in the morning and say, you are beautiful, melanated, you know, gorgeous, queen, and I'm going around somebody who's calling me a bitch. Now, if you perceive bitch to be negative, then yeah, no, we don't play that. You know, so, and eliminating that and cutting it off right there, because it's like, you know your worth. Learn your worth. Like, I don't think I was raised, you know, that way. Like, my parents might have said know your worth, but to explain it to somebody, like, do you call yourself this? No. So you don't tolerate nobody calling yourself that. And you don't have to raise your fist to be taken seriously. You can just walk away, and your presence is a strong presence, and you're beautiful. And if you walk away, that's going to hurt somebody. So that's your worth. You understand what I'm saying? Learn your worth so that you love yourself. And it comes in all forms. All forms is very important. So with self-love, you won't take no shit. Like I said, well, you learn your worth. Like, and I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter, and I don't have to be a fighter, but, you know, I do want to get my combat skills up there, because I feel like genuinely, I just would like to know how to kill somebody with my hands. You know, don't think of me like I'm crazy, but I just feel like it's important to be able to protect yourself. And now that I have a daughter, you know, I play even less. So you have to learn how to have healthy standards for yourself. And you have to learn how to be strong in them standards, right? You should have standards. Like, I don't care what nobody says. If everybody didn't have standards, okay, cool. And it's not judging anybody. It's just what works for you. You want to be happy. Like, when you're happy, like, and it's possible. It is possible. You just got to let go of things that don't make you happy. And that's difficult. It is difficult, but it is possible. You know, you just can't be a punk. You got to do what you got to do, all right? And then figure out how to make it work. It's very possible. Thousands of people are billionaires, if not more, you know. They don't got to tell nobody that. Like, they don't got to worry about nothing, okay? But, you know, they made that choice. You got to make that choice, right? So, with self-love, you don't want to be like anybody. You get smart when you love yourself, because you realize you can't be like nobody else. And can't love on anybody else unless you love yourself. So you don't even want to get involved with people that don't even know how to love themselves. And, you know, you want to know what it looks like, because it's unhealthy. Like, you are the company you keep. You hang around with people that don't love themselves. You're not going to love yourself. They're going to start treating you however they treat you. Then you're going to think that's acceptable. No, that's not how it works. You gotta love yourself. And be your best friend first. Be your own friend first. That's why I say it's important to do things that you like. Like, when you hang out with your friends, you want to do things that you like. That's why you guys are mostly friends. You have things that you like in common. But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes, especially when you get older, I don't know why people are still friends with some people. I think it's just to hold on. I think it's an addiction. Like, you have to have something to fill that void. But, you know, my dad looks at me like I'm crazy. Like, you ain't got no friends. I was like, yeah, you're right. Was you coming at me? Because I didn't think that was a bad thing. You might have too many friends, my friend. You know, but I guess it's to each his own, but it's just something you have to pay attention. We have to become more aware of life and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's see. I was going to say, let's see, I said that. Said that too. I talk a lot, y'all, so a lot of times I go off the notes, but I just want to make sure I'm saying everything that is important that I'm trying to say so that you guys can get a clear understanding of what this is and why it is so important towards the healthiness and the happiness of your life and trying to do better. Like, we got to stop walking around depressed. And I'm not judging nobody because I was doing it too. But being depressed, it can be a choice. Right? Excuse me. Ooh. Being depressed can be a choice. And sometimes you gotta wake up and realize, all right, I don't want to be unhappy anymore. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. What's holding me here? Some of us have no kids, right? Before, I had no kids, but I still decided to stay in that situation. Now I have a child. It's like, nah, I can't even sit in that situation anymore. Not for me, not for her. No, I'm not doing that. But you gotta, you are your kid. Take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. Make better decisions that make you happy. Don't listen to your parents. They definitely don't know. They definitely don't know. So don't listen to them. Sorry. You gotta do what makes you happy. Alright? Again, it comes in all shapes and sizes and forms and people and just everything. Experiences, it does. You decide what you do every day. Every day you decide it. So if you decide to make that left turn and your intuition, if you don't know what intuition is, I made a video on it, so go check it out. Your intuition was telling you, don't go that way. That's not the way. And you go that way and you're stuck in mud. You know what I mean? That was your choice, So, go to the video and look up, see what intuition is, because there's ways to get deeper connected into your intuition. I myself am growing very strongly into my intuition, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people around me. I'm grateful for, being able to connect into the reality of having to change my perception of things, because things ain't gonna change. Things are not gonna change. You gotta change. Nothing is going to change. Once you change, then you'll start seeing some changes, but you got to do it first, right? So, again, that comes with being in love with yourself. Like, when you're in love with somebody and you want them to change and then they change, oh my gosh, you know how beautiful that is? I mean, I never experienced that, except for with myself. But imagine experiencing it with somebody. Fall in love so deep with yourself that you don't even go out into a store without reading labels before you buy something to eat for yourself. That is deep. That is taking the time out for yourself. Who else is going to do that for you? Now, you do that for yourself. If you're single, if you're in a relationship that's toxic, get out of it. I'm just going to say that right now. Get out of it. I did it. You could do it too. There's nothing else. There's nothing else there to be said for that. So get out of that. Get time for yourself. Spend time with yourself. Heal yourself. Figure it out. And take the time out to do things that you do to love on yourself, because nobody else is going to do it if you don't do it. Right? So looking at labels on food. Like, if you in the store looking at labels, best believe you're going to attract somebody who's looking at labels on the food. It ain't nothing more attractive than a man that looks at labels on his food before he buys that person in his cart. Like, damn. Seriously. So if that's attractive, you are that attraction. You have to attract what you want. You have to be what you want. I'm sorry. You have to be what you want to attract. If not, you're going to attract whatever holla-balarky you are. That's why it's important to love yourself. If you're crazy and deranged, you're going to attract crazy and deranged. If you're loving and deeply connected, you're going to attract loving and deeply connected. So it's your choice. How you want to live your life. Right? Let's see. Said that. Let's see. And then, go beyond. Go beyond what it is that now you love yourself. Like, for me, I'm experimenting on things that I like to do. Like, I've been going to poetry slams, and I haven't performed, maybe one day, but my friend does. Her name is Lady K. I need to check her out. She's amazing. I'm going to poetry slams. I'm hanging out with people. I'm taking yoga. I'm just walking, taking walks, doing jewelry, you know. So it's like going beyond doing things that I've always wanted to do, you know. And that is important too. You gotta fulfill your own needs. If you don't fulfill your own needs, how is somebody gonna fulfill your needs? Matter of fact, you don't look for somebody to fulfill your needs. You look for them to enhance your life, right? Give you needs that you didn't need, but you just enhance me. You know what I'm saying? Turn my crystals to diamonds, or turn my silver to gold. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want in a relationship. You know, do that for yourself first. Then you attract that. It's that simple. Right? It's that simple. So I hope you guys got what you needed from this video. I got a lot of a release on this video for myself. And sorry for taking so long to make another video. It's just, you know, I have to focus on my self-love. Oh, so sweet. I'm so sweet to myself. But it's important. And that makes people jealous. Because you love yourself more than you love anything else. Right? It's important. Especially on this journey. Because you have to... You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't have to convince nobody. But you just got to be strong within yourself and who you are. Know who you are. Right? So much love, much light. Follow me on my social media. I put it in the description below. Keep a lookout for my jewelry. We're going to keep doing stuff like that. And yeah, guys, I'm also working on a book. My sister-in-law made an ebook on poetry. I had a cousin that made an ebook on being an entrepreneur and doing music. Shout out to you, beautiful queens. So I'm about to do it. And I'm about to go get a smoothie because I keep eating trashy and my whole face is like clogged and congested. Like the ancestor said, no, sweetheart. We gonna get your life. Alright, so much love, much peace, much positivity. Until next time. Check out my stuff. Look how cute this is. Adorable. Look at my unk. Peace.